Hello folks, this is John again. You have seen me enough. Another little video about things which are inside my garage. I haven't done any videos in last month or so. Reason for that is that I have been working, and because of that it was not possible to do any videos. So just to start with, just so you know where we're from and what we're doing, this is where I am at the moment, and these are my toys here. So first of all, it's a bandsaw that I have bought like a long time ago, maybe I would say a year ago, and it was in pretty sad condition, which I spent a bit of money and a bit of time in order to bring it back to life. So it is a three-phase machine, and it is a 630mm wheels, and it does a lot of nice things to me. You can resaw, you can cut, you can do all sorts of bits and pieces. This has been put in all in one pile, in order that my wife can bring her car inside, and my daughter can bring her golfers in and stuff like that. So that's a first thing that I wanted to show you. The second thing is this dust extractor, two-stage dust extractor, which I built myself. Hasn't been finished. I need to fix the, you can see this this second hose, which is this one here. That one needs to be connected to the filter, and I haven't done that yet, but it'll happen. It'll happen because there's plenty time. Furthermore, there is a drill over there. Before drill, I have a bit of grinding and lynching tools here, which are just here. Everything has been piled up in one corner, like I said before, so Mrs. can park her car in case of the heavy rain and stuff like that. Further there, you can see that thicknesser. It's a 410mm thicknesser, again three-phase. Most of the machines in my little garage, or should I call it Clasic garage, is three-phase. And as we move forward, there is a miter saw. Miter saw is mounted on this cabinet here. It's Makita. It is a good saw. I'm happy with it. It does what I want to do, and it is mounted on this second-hand cabinet, which I picked up from somewhere, God knows where, and brought it here with me, so I keep various stuff inside. Next to it, you can see my my vacuum cleaner, the Ryobi vacuum cleaner, which I don't use, shop wax should I call it, which I don't use very often these days, because it's extremely noisy, and I'm trying to be good to my neighbors, because I admit that I do create a lot of noise. This here, as you can see, this is the infill for the gate. It hasn't been finished. Gate hasn't been finished yet. It's taking me some time because 2 months ago I've been called to work for a couple of weeks, and it has been 8 weeks since I've been there. I've been working there, and then it's a 10 hours day, and by the time you get home, even though it's only 12 minutes, it takes some toll, and then I'm not sort of keen to do much after that. Here we have 8-speed drill, again 3-phase drill. I'll bring it here so you can see it's a nice little toy, and it does a lot of things. One thing that I wanted to do with this is instead of I don't know how possible is that, but because it has all this variation in the speeds, so it has variation from 105 rounds per minute to almost 3,000 rounds per minute. So I was going to put like a mill in it and try to do some milling if that is possible, but that's something for future projects. And this is my panel saw. It is a big bugger. It's a 3.2 meter long table, and it's made by Clasic, which is Australian company which does all sorts of machines. As you know, it's all made in China or Taiwan, but or any other Asian country, and but it does a job. I bought that again in a poor condition, and then I took some time to restore it and put it back in order. There is still a bit of a tweaking on it to do bits and pieces, but it works fine. It works fine. You can't whinge about that one. Next thing that I wanted to show you is my French style, or is it French style? I don't know which style it is. Tool board. I put all my small bits and pieces which I'm using day in and day out, and it's all sorts of tools, starting from different screwdrivers, and then spinners and all sorts of hammers and that sort of stuff. Further down the line are the bolts and screws and nuts and washers and all this, and the first aid kit which I use if I cut myself. God forbid I don't, but sometimes you gotta have it. In the corner, as you can see, there are all the chargers, battery chargers. I got a Makita charger for Makita tools which are there, and then I also have a Bosch charger for the Bosch tools. Bosch tools are here, and I'm using them more than anything else because they are really good, and they do what I want tools to do to me. On this table here, as you can see, this is my welding and cutting table. I got all grinders lined up here. Couple Bosches, one Makita. This Makita is probably 32 years old since I come in this country, and these two Bosches, I got them from a friend of mine who passed away maybe 6 years ago. Here I have some cutting tools. I got a cold saw from Makita, which is not this one. This is the abrasive one, and the cold saw is this one here. It is really good one. That one has been with me for last 10 years, and I brought it from overseas, from from the place where I lived before, and it paid itself after the first job, and everything after that is bonus. This is a little caddy welder which has 140 amps, and it does pretty good job. There is a connections on them for MIG welding, but I don't know how to connect that and what to buy in order for that to work. As a matter of fact, I don't know how to TIG weld either. So, and in a distance there you can see a bit of the red Lincoln. That's a little MIG welder which I bought from a friend of mine for really cheapest price. It has a bit of a problem with it. No one could make him run nice and smoothly, and I managed somehow to do that. So now it runs like a no tomorrow. And proof of that would be this gate, for example. And this is a type of welds that you can do with it. I'll show you now in a minute. I think if I could bring this closer, like something like this. So I'm not a professional welder, but these are the welds I have done with it, and I'm really happy how that performs. And mind you, that's what's it called, gasless welding. So it does a really good job, considering that machine brand new would cost $1,800, and I got it for next to nothing. It's really something to be pleased with. In this shelf I have all sorts of bits and pieces. I got pretty much everything in. I still want to get some more tools. These are the old tools in boxes. I don't use them very often, but then again I do when I need them. And when I need them, they are here. I have long time ago when I start playing with the tools after I finish my trade, I have said to myself, I'm not going to beg anyone to lend me or give me something. I'm going to get myself whatever I need, and either buy a brand new, which some stuff I did have bought a brand new, and some stuff I just bought for really good price. This is that beautiful Myford lathe that I bought of another bloke. It needs to be worked on, and that is again one of the projects for the future. I will definitely get onto that one day, but I'm hoping in the next few weeks that another machine will be here, and it will be either Bridgeport or microcut mill, and that mill will be fitted somewhere in between the bike for the moment actually maybe meter in front of the bike, or a couple meters in front of the bike. That's for the moment. And then once I finish what I have to do inside the house, this machine will be sold, and I'll putting next to my inverter for the solar power. It's going to go into that space. Then again, it will be space for the car, so my wife could bring her car in, and for my youth I couldn't care less. It can stay outside. It has been sitting outside for last 10 years, and it does what it needs to do, takes me where it needs to take me, and that's about it. Yeah, and a bit of an update on the gate. Gate still hasn't been painted yet. Like I said, I was doing lots of other things. All the components are there. Some of it has been painted, some of the infill has been, half of it has been painted, half of it hasn't. The posts haven't been done yet. They need to be painted, they need to be fixed. And also the frames are done. They're sitting there. All they need is a good coat of paint, or two coats of paint or something like that, and then it will go all the way there to the end somewhere. And my dear folks, that's all I have for you this time. And please, if you like what I do, if this is what tickles your fancy, please don't be shy, subscribe, it costs you nothing. And also you can like a video if you like it. If you don't like it, write a comment that you don't like it, and I'm sure I'm going to write you back. I'm a pretty keen on communication. So for this time, that's all we have a time for, and that's all what is coming from the Clasic garage. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers.